How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto. In this episode, we are going to be talking about DigiByte in the context of some of the various different predictions that we've been seeing for Bitcoin, some including Bitcoin price 75K within weeks. I know you've seen these. Some analysts predicting up to $100,000 Bitcoin, $150K in some cases within the year. These are some pretty interesting very interesting correlations that people have been pointing out between the 2013 activity of Bitcoin. And of course, in the overall context of what we've been seeing happening in the broader markets of the world, this is very interesting to talk about in the context of DigiByte. And of course, I love making these videos for the DigiByte community. I think that the DigiByte community is probably some of the most advanced people who are in the cryptocurrency sort of space. As far as being an altcoin, I think that is sort of an understatement when it comes to DigiByte. I would consider DigiByte to be a full-on Bitcoin competitor, especially while we've been watching blockchain technology and such different aspects of the related cryptocurrency paradigm shift sort of on an overdrive, especially while we've seen the different responses that various different markets have had to the different aspects of the shutdowns. And I'm definitely very bullish on the future price of both Bitcoin, but the entirety of the crypto space as a whole. While such a spike seems unlikely, Bitcoin is already exhibiting strong signs that it is in recovery mode from lows that will never reappear, specifically minor activity and associated data with mimicked December 2018 when Bitcoin bounced out of a year-long bear market at 3,100. And of course, nonetheless, comparing today's Bitcoin market with that of 2013 is all but impossible. At the time, MT Gox was the only major exchange, itself imposing cause a massive price crash. Many argue that MT Gox was itself responsible for the run to 1,300. Other analysts are much more sober on the outlook for 2020, according to Cointelegraph. Markets, filled. There is little consensus around a major breakout above even $10,000 this year. Now it would seem my sort of perspective in the middle ground. I mean, I think that a $20,000 Bitcoin would be as high as I would willing to go. But it is definitely always interesting to see these different analysts putting up these big numbers, and it would mean a very interesting movement in price, and it would sort of delegate all of in a sense it would validate a lot of the accumulation that people had done at any price level. You'd be pretty hard pressed to find a person who would have had a regret on any purchase that they made before 2020. And I'd say that this sort of shift in price is more of a question of when. It's not really a question of if or will. So one of the time-honored traditions in the crypto community may be on the verge of becoming obsolete. Alchemy, a blockchain development platform, is going live with Alchemy Notify, push notification for developers that could signify an end to repeatedly refreshing your favorite block explorer while waiting for a transaction confirmation. The crypto user experience is one of the most dreaded aspects of the industry. And while critics claiming that the complicated nature of transactions and the time it takes for many blockchain protocols to finalize them means that cryptocurrency will never find mainstream adoption, according to this. But, talking about getting pushy with blockchain devs, Alchemy cites a study by research firm Airship, which analyzed data from 36 million app users to understand how they interacted with applications. Users who received a notification within the first 90 days of initializing an app were almost 300% more likely to continue to use the app, while daily notifications resulted in 820% higher retention rates in the productivity category, which includes task-related apps, and retention for daily notification recipients was 460% higher than for those who received nothing. From hundreds of conversations with developers, we realized that the fundamental building block of great user experience was a huge pain point. And I think that sort of sentiment does sort of ring true, and it is sort of an area that points towards DigiByte in the positive. And it will definitely be pretty interesting to see while we watch with bated breath as a lot of these different developments and a lot of the different inevitabilities that exist within the crypto sphere, and of course the related aspects of how business and so many other industries are going to have to evolve alongside many of these different compounding variables while we witness them really unfolding in real time. And there's not necessarily much we can do in the meantime, but be prepared to just see what happens, and of course watch how a lot of the different responses to these different things are going to be really making an interesting impact, and especially while we watch the developments that are happening with different companies all around the world that have been now implementing blockchain and building upon, for example, building upon the DigiByte blockchain and using a lot of these different tools to their advantage, which what I would argue is being one of the major selling points for cryptocurrency. At the bottom line, it comes down to the dollars and cents. It comes down to the rubles, pounds, and shekels. The yen, and many other related variables that we have to pay very close attention to, and of course, what companies are going to be the ones who hop on board with many of these different aspects is still yet to be seen. But I would very much be a person to argue in the category of somebody. I'd be somebody who would say that the companies that are able to are first in line to adapt to this new era of the internet, and especially how many of these different style and function related variables are going to actually be the new bottom line for the way that business is conducted. An argument for something like DigiByte, after 6 years of forward-thinking development, DigiByte has become one of the safest, fastest, longest, and most decentralized UTXO blockchains in existence, to quote from the website. And it will be interesting to see, how various different developments, pertaining around the usage of DigiByte and many of the other related aspects of the cryptocurrency field will be seeing some pretty interesting developments as a whole while we watch, because of course many different industries and such might see it within their benefit to create their own blockchain, but that could be expensive. And DigiByte's already well maintained, in existence and proven, which is something that not all altcoins can necessarily boast about. Which and of course, when we talk about something that's faster than Bitcoin, I think that the argument, people who just fail to pay attention to DigiByte just simply haven't done their research in the cryptocurrency space, and that would be my opinion on that sort of subject. Now, of course, remember this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your dad. I only make this video so that I can share my opinion. I think that it's fun to interact with the cryptocurrency world and all the different people in it. I think that the cryptocurrency space is probably one of the most exciting and innovative parts of the internet, and parts of information, and it certainly is worth my time to watch, as a lot of these different things have been making some very interesting developments. And I think that as we see many of these different developments really taking place over a extrapolated period of a couple of years, it will be interesting to watch and have that sort of hindsight in terms of what we can expect to see, and of course what we can plan to expect in terms of many of these different variables as they've been certainly coming together in a timely fashion. So definitely make sure that you guys subscribe, you guys comment down below and let us know what you think. Of course, tell us what part of the world you're actually watching from. Always interested in hearing the different opinions that might be shared, and definitely interesting to see how a lot of these different aspects pertaining to DigiID, DigiAssets, blockchain, and many of these other compounding variables are in fact making a real impact on the way business functions and a lot of these different things in a day-to-day life. So yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for all the new subscribers, commenters, and the like. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. And of course, make sure that you guys stay updated, stay relevant, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.